Have you ever witnessed a fight so gripping that it made you rethink everything you thought you knew about boxing? Last night's clash at the Los Angeles Stadium between Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Jose El Rayo Valenzuela was exactly that. An astonishing, heart-racing contest that had the entire boxing world on the edge of their seats. Let's take a closer look at this electrifying match and find out what really unfolded in the ring. Isaac Pitbull Cruz entered the stadium brimming with the confidence of a champion. He had built a reputation as one of the most feared fighters in the super lightweight division after demolishing his competition. Fans were buzzing about a possible rematch with Gervonta "Tank" Davis, a fight many believed would cement Cruz's status among the all-time greats. But standing in his way was Jose El Rayo Valenzuela, a fighter with everything to prove and nothing to lose. If you followed Valenzuela's career, you might have been one of those who doubted him. Just a year ago, he was on the brink of fading into obscurity after suffering 2 straight defeats at 135 pounds, his knockout loss to Edwin de los Santos, and a tough decision against Chris Colbert had many questioning his ability to compete at the highest level. But this fight was about more than just proving the skeptics wrong. It was about redemption, legacy, and a fierce desire to be the best. As the opening bell rang, the atmosphere was electric. Cruz, living up to his nickname, charged forward like a pit bull, determined to dominate Valenzuela. The crowd roared with every step he took, expecting another brutal knockout to add to his highlight reel. However, Valenzuela, showing remarkable calm under pressure, had a different plan. In the early rounds, Valenzuela's strategy became apparent. He wasn't going to engage Cruz in a slugfest. Instead, he chose to box and move, using his footwork and jab to keep the relentless Cruz at bay. This was a risky approach given Cruz's reputation for breaking down opponents with sheer volume and pressure. Yet, Valenzuela remained unfazed, slipping punches and countering with precision. It was as though he had taken control of the fight's narrative, turning what many anticipated to be a brawl into a display of boxing skill. The middle rounds were where the fight truly intensified. Cruz, realizing Valenzuela wasn't an easy target, stepped up his assault. He began cutting off the ring more effectively, cornering Valenzuela and delivering his signature hooks to the body and head. The crowd sensed Cruz's urgency. He knew he had to make a significant move to shift the fight in his favor. But Valenzuela, showing impressive composure, continued to adhere to his strategy, using every part of the ring to his advantage. By the later rounds, it was evident that Valenzuela was not just surviving. He was thriving. His confidence grew with each round, and his punches started landing more frequently and accurately. Cruz, meanwhile, began showing signs of frustration. His usual strategy of overwhelming opponents with relentless pressure wasn't effective. Valenzuela had become a puzzle that Cruz couldn't solve. As the final bell rang, the stadium was buzzing with anticipation. The fight had been much closer than anyone expected. When the scorecards were read, the atmosphere was tense. The judges' decision was a split, 111 to 116, 112 to 115, 113 to 111. And then came the unexpected announcement, and the new WBA super lightweight champion of the world, Jose El Rayo Valenzuela. The crowd erupted in a mix of cheers and gasps. Valenzuela had achieved the improbable. He had outboxed, outsmarted, and outlasted one of the most feared fighters in the division. It was a moment of pure vindication for Valenzuela and a shocking wake-up call for Cruz. Despite the loss, Cruz maintained a brave front at the post-fight press conference. He acknowledged Valenzuela's performance but was clear about his desire for a rematch. "I gave it my all," Cruz said, his voice steady, but his eyes revealing his disappointment. "I respect the judge's decision, but I know I can beat him. I want that rematch." The discussion of a rematch set the stage for what could be another thrilling showdown. But what does this mean for both fighters moving forward? For Valenzuela, this victory is more than just a title. It's a complete reinvention. He has gone from being on the edge of obscurity to becoming the new king of the division. The opportunities for his next fight are numerous. Could he take on other top contenders at 140 pounds? Or might he use his newfound confidence to challenge some of the sport's bigger names? This fight also has broader implications for the boxing scene. It shakes up the super lightweight division in a way few anticipated. Valenzuela's win not only puts him on the map, but also creates a ripple effect that could influence future matchups. How will other fighters in the division react to this result? Will they change their strategies when facing a fighter like Valenzuela? And what about Cruz? Will this loss alter how future opponents approach him? Another factor to consider is the emotional impact of this fight on both men. After the fight, Valenzuela dedicated his win to his parents, who had sacrificed so much to give him a better life in the United States. You could hear the emotion in his voice as he spoke about how this victory was his way of repaying them for their support and belief in him. It was a touching moment that added another dimension to his win. A reminder that for many fighters, boxing is not just a sport, but a way to honor those who have supported them. Cruz, on the other hand, was visibly affected by the loss, but his determination to bounce back was evident. His post-fight comments showed a fighter who isn't ready to give up. He talked about going back to the drawing board, learning from this experience, and coming back stronger. It's a mindset that has served him well before, and it's likely what will drive his return to the ring. Let's also consider the significance of this fight in the broader context of boxing history. Upsets like this are what make the sport so exciting. They remind us that in boxing, nothing is ever certain. It doesn't matter how many victories you've had, how many knockouts you've scored, or how favored you are. On any given night, the underdog can rise and turn everything around. This fight is a prime example of why we love boxing, for its drama, unpredictability, and the thrilling spectacle of seeing two fighters give everything they have in the ring. So, what's next for Valenzuela and Cruz? Will Valenzuela's rise continue, or will Cruz find a way to reclaim his title? The boxing world will be watching closely to see how both fighters move forward. And when the rematch, if it happens, takes place, all eyes will be on them again, eager to see if lightning can strike twice. Valenzuela's performance was not just a showcase of skill. It was a testament to his resilience and ability to learn from past mistakes. He didn't just win a fight, he proved to himself and everyone else that he belongs at the top. His ability to handle Cruz's pressure, stay composed, and stick to his game plan demonstrates a level of maturity and understanding of the sport that many didn't expect. This victory will undoubtedly boost his confidence, and we can expect to see an even more formidable Valenzuela in the future. This fight also has broader implications for the boxing scene. It shakes up the super lightweight division in a way few anticipated. Valenzuela's win not only puts him on the map, but also creates a ripple effect that could influence future matchups. The reactions from the boxing community were varied. Some praised Valenzuela's performance as a masterclass in boxing, while others were more critical of Cruz, questioning if he had become too one-dimensional in his approach. Regardless of your perspective, it's clear that this fight has reshaped the super lightweight division and left fans eagerly awaiting what comes next. In the days after the fight, there's been a lot of speculation about the future for both fighters. Valenzuela has said he's open to fighting anyone, and given his recent performances, he's in a strong position to demand high-profile matchups. For Cruz, the immediate talk of a rematch is likely to dominate the headlines, but whether it happens will depend on how both fighters and their teams navigate the coming months. This fight also highlights the unpredictable nature of boxing. No matter how much analysis and prediction go into a fight, the outcome can never be guaranteed. That's what makes the sport so captivating. On any given night, anything can happen. Valenzuela's victory is a testament to this unpredictability and is what keeps fans coming back for more. As we wrap up this recap, one thing is certain. Last night's fight was about more than just who won the belt. It was about heart, strategy, and the ever-unpredictable nature of boxing. It reminded us that in this sport, nothing is ever certain, and that's exactly why we love it. So, what are your thoughts? Did Valenzuela truly outclass Cruz, or was it a case of Cruz having an off night? Do you think Cruz can come back stronger if there's a rematch? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep your gloves up and stay tuned.